All right, what is going on, everyone? Welcome to episode 4. Four
Quattro.
Of Small Town Cinema. And as always, I'm your host, Johnny.
I'm Randy.
And today's movie, we are going to be discussing the 2000 hit Gladiator.
With Maximus Decimus Meridius.
Fun fact, this is my first time ever viewing this movie.
It's been out for 1900 years. He's never seen it.
And my dad's always talked to me about this film. It's his absolute favorite film.
It's my... I would venture to say it's probably my favorite film that Russell Crowe ever did.
I can see that.
Yeah. I mean, Unhinged was good.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like,
Yeah, it's got nothing on this one.
Think so?
I think so.
Man, I don't know. But we do need to do Unhinged.
Unhinged is a great movie.
Yeah. But before we get started, man, anything new going on with you?
No. Nothing special.
Wow.
Work. Been dealing with Snowpocalypse 2026.
Right.
Hope everybody stayed warm and safe.
Yep.
I know there was some 150-something thousand people without power.
Wow, really?
That's crazy.
And we just heard that the lead singer from Three Doors Down sadly passed away. He was 47 years old. He was battling stage 4 cancer. Of course, Three Doors Down was our generation.
Yeah, it was one of the staples growing up.
Yeah, and I love Three Doors Down, man. And I'm glad that we know that Brad gave his life to Christ.
Yeah, he put out a statement after his diagnosis, talking about how he had dedicated his life to God, and it's one of those things, man. It's hard to see somebody go that you grew up listening to, or somebody that you've known or whatever, but knowing how they had that relationship with God, it makes a difference.
And I like when people like that aren't afraid to express their faith in Christ.
Right.
And, even in his concerts, he was touring with Creed. He would wear shirts that said Jesus on it and stuff. Mm-hmm. And still rock and rolling, man.
Oh, yeah.
And I just want to say thoughts and prayers that goes out to him and his family. I don't know if he had any kids or not, but 47 years, man, that's too young.
That's only 6 years older or 8 years older than us.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But anyway, so, yeah. If you're watching this video on YouTube, drop in the comments your favorite Three Doors Down song. I think that'd be a nice little tribute to him.
There you go.
Yeah. But
might have to listen to some Three Doors Down on the way home.
Right. And literally just found this out before we started recording.
Yeah.
But anyway, so let's kind of get off the sad news.
Mm-hmm.
Today's film is Gladiator, and it is starring Russell Crowe.
Has Russell Crowe in it? Has Joaquin Phoenix?
Yes.
There's some other people in it that you would know from different movies,
like Chibs from Sons of Anarchy.
Chibs is in it. Juba in the movie, who plays the Numidian, is actually from Blood Diamond with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Never seen it.
It's not bad. It's really not.
I mean, I've seen the cover of the movie, but I've never watched it.
Yeah,
but okay, a
lot of really great actors and actresses in this movie.
And we're going back to death, but that makes 3. They say they come in 3s. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, Damon Wilson, Lamont Sanford,
mm-hmm.
passed away. Three Doors Down, lead singer Brad just passed away. And the mom off Home Alone and Home Alone 2.
Yeah.
So there's your 3 right there.
That's crazy.
That's weird, ain't it?
That's crazy.
Man.
And trees.
But, yeah, this was my first time viewing the movie, and we actually watched the extended cut of it. Was there a lot of scenes that were extended cut, or that was not in the original, or what? So
there is quite a few scenes that are in it that aren't in the original movie. There's one scene that I told you, and the thing about it is, it's not like a ton of scenes.
Yeah.
But the scenes that are in it are sometimes 5-10 minutes long, so they add up. You get 5 of those at 10 minutes long, then you got an extra 50 minutes on the movie,
So, you watching it now, do you feel like those scenes fit in it, or do you think they should?
I think they really do, because one of the scenes is when after Maximus has gone back home, his family's been killed, and he gets picked up by the slave traders.
Yes,
when he's below not really the Colosseum, but when he's below the fighting arena
Mm-hmm.
and he's carving the tattoo off of his arm.
Yeah.
So when he walks in there and he says something about his tattoo, Juba.
Yes.
The scene where the clip where the guy is talking on the ground, talking about he's not a fighter, he's a scribe, and all this kind of stuff. That was never part of it. That wasn't a part of the original.
Okay.
But it's not like out of place.
Right.
So when he's in there telling them, he's like, what do you got to do to earn your freedom? Is you have to go in there and you have to kill me, you have to kill him, you got to kill all of them, and then you'll be free. That wasn't a part of it.
Gotcha.
That scene in the regular movie is just strictly between Maximus and Juba.
Oh, okay.
It's not nothing to do with those other two, but it's in there now in the extended cut, and it just flows.
Yeah,
it just gives you some more context of what's going on.
And I know one of the scenes you said was when Joaquin Phoenix's character walks in and sees his father's statue and takes the sword and just starts.
Yep.
See, now to me, now like I said, this first time watching it, I don't know why you take that part out because it shows his emotion and how upset he is with his father's stuff.
Exactly.
So
yeah, and it's just like those two scenes. Like I don't know why you would take them out other than to just shave time off, because it's not like they go out of their way just to be in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They have a place, and the scene you were talking about where he goes down to the stairs and he's got his father's bust there. I don't think he ever says a word.
No, I don't
but you can feel the emotion that he has,
right?
And that's the thing about Joaquin Phoenix, man. He's such an emotional actor.
Yeah.
Oh man, and it shows in this movie more than anything. I know we were talking about what he's watching. He's like such a crybaby. He's just crying the whole time, and he is. But to me, that just shows his how his character is supposed to be portrayed. He's not a battle warrior.
Mm-hmm.
He even says it in the closer to the beginning of the movie when he's talking to his dad, and Marcus is telling him that Maximus is going to take my spot whenever I die. And he tells him, like, he lists off the four virtues that his father had told him once. And he said, I realized I never had any of those.
Right.
But then he lists off the virtues that he does have. And he was like, courage. Maybe not on the battlefield, but there's many forms of courage.
Well, and what's funny is one of the first things that I asked you when he showed up and he was like, am I too late?
Yeah. Did I miss the battle?
And he's like, you missed the war.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I asked you. I was like, did he know what he was doing? He was. Yeah. So as soon as I seen that first scene, I was like, okay, he's going to be the type that isn't really into the battle, and he just wants the throne.
He just wants the glory. He wants the power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, and I put the subtitles on when we first started the film because Russell Crowe was speaking so low.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I just thought it was me at first because I don't hear real good anyway. And that's why I asked Randy, I was like, man, you care if I put the subtitles on? Because
I used to watch movies all the time with subtitles on, so it didn't bother me at all.
Well, I watch the Godzilla movies with subtitles, so I'm just like, yeah.
And the thing about it is, like, they're speaking clear English. There are certain times where they speak Greek and some, I think, Spanish, maybe some Latin.
Mm-hmm.
But they're speaking English, but their accents can be muddled at times when they're speaking lower, so it is kind of hard to understand what they're saying.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've never heard anybody talk bad about this movie.
Absolutely. If we were talking action movies, this is definitely one of my top action movies. I would have to sit there and really think hard about a movie that takes this.
And the film the extended version was what, 2 hours and
2 hours 48 minutes.
Is that what it was?
I think.
I don't know. Whatever it was, it felt it.
It did. The extended cut does feel longer than the original. I will tell you that.
I was just saying.
No, it does.
I know. Normally, when I say that, Randy's like, he don't like it. Actually, I will say yes, it did feel the 2 hours or whatever, but it did keep my attention, and that's one thing I did like because there was actually a moment where you got up to get something to eat, and I was like, well, I'm gonna go and wash my tattoo off real quick, clean it. So I paused it, and it was only halfway, and I was like, how long have we been sitting here? But
see, that's what. Now that you've watched the extended cut, take the time if you ever see just the regular theater cut. watch it and kind of judge. Where he's like, man, I feel like there's something missing here. So there's something missing here.
Yeah.
Because there's plenty of times where I watch a movie and I don't realize it's an extended cut version. I'm like, man, have I ever seen this movie? Because I don't remember this part.
Yeah.
This was one of them. First time I ever watched this one. I didn't realize I was watching the extended cut.
Well, and that's funny because there's some films that, like, I've gotten on DVD or Blu-ray, you know, when that was really popular to buy.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't really pay attention, but it may say, like, unrated or
Yeah.
director's cut. And then when I'm watching it, I'm like, that didn't happen in the theater. Mm-hmm. And then you look at the case and you're like, oh.
An extra 45 minutes of uncut footage.
Right.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you, though. I do wish every single movie, if you buy it, Laserdisc, Blu-ray, VHS, whatever you buy, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't buy no VHS no more.
Well, no, I mean, even all the way back to the old school. I wish they would always do a regular cut, and then every scene they shot, they just threw in there, because then you got to make your own choices.
Yep.
I mean, that's just, that'd be pretty neat.
I like watching the extended cuts, especially when it's a movie I've seen multiple times.
Yeah.
Because then I'm like, all right, so let's see what they took out and why, if it made sense for them to take it out.
Well, like, okay, one of my all-time favorite movies is Freddy vs. Jason. And you like Freddy vs. Jason. I don't know how well you remember it because you've only watched it once. But
vaguely. Like, I vaguely remember.
No, but there's a scene, which I know you know this scene, when they bring Freddy into the real world and that rock music hits, all of a sudden Jason flips the table and it goes, dun,
when he's in,
the cabin of the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Jason swings at him. Freddy ducks it, hits him, and then he kicks him in the balls.
Mm-hmm.
But Jason catches his foot and chunks him. That's cool. But if you watch the deleted scene, which I wish, like I said, this is another film that I wish they would put an extended version. He kicks Jason, and Jason goes down but doesn't make a sound. But as he's bent over, because he's got his machete stuck in the floor, he kicks Jason in the nuts. And Jason just sits there and looks at him, and he leans up to him, and he goes, "What's wrong? No balls, Voorhees?" And then Jason grabs him.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that would have been sweet.
Yeah, it would have been. See, that's something that I don't feel like they should have took out because that's Freddy.
Yeah.
That's something Freddy would say.
But, and I don't know if maybe they looked at it and was like, well, this is supposed to be a real battle at this moment.
Yeah.
But, like I said, you watch it and you're like, that should have stayed in there.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, definitely.
But, man, anyway, so how you want to do it, man? Do you want to go over the ranking? You want to just talk about the film? How you want to do this?
So let me ask you this.
All right.
Being as the fact that you've never seen it before, you know it's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
You know it's your dad's favorite.
Yeah.
Was the movie what you expected it to be?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah. I think it lived up to everybody's review that has talked to me about it.
So I'll tell you the one thing that I was worried about is because I know you and I know how you are with movies.
You don't know me.
I know you. So when there's not constantly something going on in the movie, I know you tend to get bored very easy. You're not one. This is why I'm really ready to watch Lord of the Rings with them. Shut up. But if there's not like something going on to keep your attention the whole time, I know you get bored with the movie. So, and I told you this earlier, one of the reasons that I think I like this movie so much is because it has a lot of history in it.
Yeah.
And I'm a big history buff. Like, I love history. So knowing a little bit of the history behind like the Roman Empire and Julius and Caesar and all this kind of stuff, it just further gets me involved in it. So like a lot of times when people are watching shows and they bring in, and they not necessarily action into an action movie, but the politics of the Senate versus Caesar versus the Emperor and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That politics side of it, a lot of people can get turned off with.
Yeah.
And it's really easy to do. My opinion, I don't feel like they focused on it so much to where it took away from and felt like it was lacking in those moments.
No, like you can remember names like that. Me and you both agree. We can quote movies and we can quote lyrics
all day.
I'm terrible with names,
movies, and real people.
And yes, people that I went to school with, I'll forget.
going to be talking about a person, and he'll go like, now, they're this person's kid?
Right.
Or this person's kid?
But you're just saying that because he's got like 9,000 nieces and nephews, and I can't ever replace or think of who their mom and dad is.
2 of them live next door to him.
They'll be like, "Hey, Johnny." I'm like,
"Hey, kid,
you remember it thing 1 and thing 2?" But no, like what turns me off on movies like this, back in like them old Roman days or is their names.
Yeah.
Because there were several times that I would look at you and I know what was going on, but then I'd go, Randy, now who is he referring to that's about to get killed? And it's
their old school Roman names. So you had names like Maximus, Marcus Aurelius, which Marcus is a pretty normal name.
Yeah.
But then you had like some of the senator names. Senator Gaius.
Yeah.
Falco. There was even the Caesar's name, Joaquin Phoenix's character, Commodus.
See, and I couldn't ever remember his name. I just remembered. So that's why when I'd ask you something, I'd say Caesar.
Yeah. And that's like Lucian, or is it Lucius? Lucius was the kid's name.
Yeah.
Caesar's nephew, but his mom's name, Lucilia.
Yeah.
So it was like one of the ways to tie them together. But Lucius was his dad's name as well. So.
But now it's one of those that when I go back and watch it again, I'll know who they are.
Yeah.
And like I said, that is one thing that I've always struggled with in films. But it's like I said, but it's always like films that are based in history.
Yeah.
Now, if I put in Rocky or Halloween or something normal, like
you see that guy over there by the fruit stand with the hat on? His name's Jake.
Yeah, I could tell you. I mean, just stupid stuff like that. I don't know, but no, this one, I was worried that it was going to really have like the old school King James.
You were thinking like the medieval, like, for art thou win thine,
yes.
when weest thou.
And I was sitting there like, oh. And when Russell Crowe first talked, he was talking so low.
Yeah.
And it almost made me go, oh. Like I was like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
And then once he actually started talking, and everybody, I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. That's what, and like I said, that's what throws me off a lot. But
I've always liked like the older medieval style movies.
Yeah.
So watching movies with that kind of dialect in it, doesn't bother me at all.
Right.
It's one of the reasons like the New King James Version of the Bible is one of those I can sit there and read it. Now, I might have to look up some words or something like that. But like that type of dialect doesn't, and maybe it's just because I'm so used to it from watching all them old school movies.
Well, and that's funny too because the film Prey.
Mm-hmm.
I love the Predator franchise, and we watched Prey, and me, you, your wife, and my wife are all kind of like shocked at how good it was.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the first thing I said? I said, man, I dug it, but the Indians talk too normal.
Yeah.
That's another thing is like how you like that type of time frame.
Yeah.
If I'm going to watch like a time frame where like the Indians and cowboys, I want to hear the Indians talk like we know they talk.
You want some Dances with Wolves dialect.
Yeah, so, you know.
Even though you hate Dances with Wolves.
Never seen it. I see some of it.
Hey, no, we're going to watch it.
I'm not a big Kevin Costner fan.
No, we're going to watch it.
He just ain't that.
Yeah, we're going to watch it. Tatanka.
That's a wrestler from WWF.
Oh, my God.
You were talking about movie mistakes.
Yeah.
So if you want to point them out.
So there's 3 off the top of my head that I can remember. 4 if you include one that is, which I completely forgot to show you the airplane. So movie mistake, and it's kind of one of those things like shout out to an old drama teacher at our high school, Mr. John Wheeler. Because that was one of the things that he always did was like, watch this. See this movie? Watch this movie mistake. Yeah. He was always quick to make everybody point out movie mistakes. So at the beginning of the movie, after the big battle, there's a scene where Maximus is walking amongst the army and the encampment, and he walks up to the guy with a horse, and if you look just under the horse's head, in the background, you can see a crew member in blue jeans and a black pullover walking backwards like he's trying to get out of the shot. Mm-hmm. And he obviously failed. So there's that one. There's a scene where Maximus is in the arena.
Colosseum?
Well, it's not the Colosseum.
Okay.
It was in the first, not the first arena, but when he first got popular, when he was fighting all the guys by himself.
Yeah.
So it's the famous spot where he goes, "Are you not entertained?"
Mm-hmm.
There's a scene when it pans out. If you look to the far left of the screen, you see a crew member in a white shirt and blue jeans sitting by a camera.
Yeah.
And just looking around.
As soon as you told me pause it, it stuck out like a sword. I was like, hey!
Easy.
Yeah.
But I'm wanting to say that's the exact same scene where if you look in the sky, there's an airplane. You can see an actual airplane in the shot.
And there was another thing you didn't point out. This was something AD. I can't remember what year it was. But back in those days, dogs wasn't invented yet, and they had a dog out there.
Dogs wasn't invented yet.
Yeah, dogs did not exist back in those days.
Dogs did exist. You stupid. Dumb. Stupid. Anyway.
Oh, man. I love doing that. Me and Carolyn or whoever will watch an old movie, like back in these days or something before, They
didn't have water back then.
And I'll be like, they didn't. Wait a minute. They didn't have cats back in the day,
right?
And everybody's always just like,
dummy.
I used to make my buddy Mike Street. He would get so flustered with me, dude. The documentaries like World War I, World War II. Mm-hmm. He's a big history guy, like as far as watching war movies, and he loves watching documentaries like that.
Yeah.
And I had one playing on my TV, and I don't know, Mike was telling me some kind of backstory about this war, and I said, well, all this footage you're watching is fake, right? And he was like, what do you mean? And you could tell like it was old and grainy. I said, do you really think they had a cameraman out there filming in the battle? And he was like, yeah. He was like, there was people out there, doing, and I was like, no, there wasn't. Me and him argued for like a solid 20 minutes, and I'm keeping a straight face. I'm not laughing. Carolyn, who's my wife, she comes in there and she's like, you were so dumb. And I'm like, no. I'm like, who's going to go to war without a gun or nothing and literally just sit there and be recording a war going on the battlefield? And Mike was just getting so upset. And I'm just sitting there, and finally I couldn't hold it. And I just busted out laughing. Boy, he was getting so, because he legit thought that I was being truthful.
You wonder why he doesn't have very many friends.
I don't. I don't.
He just don't like people.
But that cracks me up though.
That's hilarious.
But it is what it is.
So the only other movie mistake that I can think of off the top of my head is the scene during the Battle of Carthage.
Mm-hmm.
So if you've never seen the movie, the Battle of Carthage is supposed to be the barbarian horde versus I don't remember the Africanus army, I think is what it was. The barbarians in history lose the war.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Maximus wasn't having it. So they got in there and got into the big battle. They ended up winning. But there's a scene where one of the carriages flips over on its side. And you can see the cloth on the back of it kind of shift. And you can clearly see the O2 tank.
That made it flip over?
That made it flip over and shift. It's hilarious. It's like watching Jaws and seeing the thing in the shark. The tank.
Yeah. But that tank was supposed to be.
I know,
because he threw it in there.
Yes, but that was one of the things like people said, oh, if you look in the shark's mouth, you can see the O2 tank that they used to. Like, no, he put it there.
Yeah, and that's what he shot at the end of it. Exactly. So that's not a movie mistake.
I know.
Then why'd you
the
compare
joke?
It to that?
Because people see. You see? Anyway. But yeah. So, for me, one of the things that I like is the progression of the character of Maximus.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of movies like this, they go from slave to gladiator to hero.
Yeah.
This one, he starts off as a hero.
Yeah.
Starts off as a great general. And then it progresses slowly from him, where you don't see his rise.
Mm-hmm.
You see him at the top.
Yeah.
And then he falls down to the bottom. And then you see him work his way back up.
Right.
So just watching him go through and progress from top down to the bottom and then back all the way back up to the top.
Yeah.
I like the fact that it's not the traditional walk to hero.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
And I'll say something that I was like, dadgummit. I didn't know this was going to be a revenge movie.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as it showed his son and his wife there, and you see the army coming,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, I knew where that was going. I was like,
yep,
dadgummit.
That one sucked.
And,
that sucked.
Oh, yeah. But there was 2 scenes that got me in this movie. One was when Caesar was trying to bait Maximus to attack him in front of the guards and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, when he looked at him and he was like, your son cried like a little girl, squealed like a little girl being nailed to the cross.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he said, and then your wife screamed and hollered every time they would have their way with her over and over. I'm sitting there like,
I used to like Joaquin Phoenix. Now
I'm like, boy, I'd have pounced.
And the thing about it is, you could see it in Russell Crowe's eyes.
Oh, well, that's what I was going to say. His facial expression, how you can see his eyes watering up. There's 2 things of that. His eyes are watering up because he's heartbroken about his kids and his wife. But then again, he's so upset and angered that if you see a grown man crying and he's angry, look out.
Yeah, be careful.
Yeah. And I like how he just looks at him, and I can't remember what he says, but he bows to him like that.
Oh, what does he say?
But it's just, but he was letting him know, I'm not giving in to you yet. That scene, I was like, okay, that was cool. And then, shocker to me, I didn't realize, spoiler alert if you haven't watched this, I mean, there is people out there to look at me, I just now watched it. I didn't know Maximus was going to die.
Mm-hmm.
Now, once
I'm really glad you didn't.
Yeah, I didn't.
I'm really glad you didn't.
I didn't know, like I told you, I know no spoilers of it.
Yeah.
Once I seen where he stabbed him, I was like, this piece of crap.
You stupid piece of garbage.
Yeah. But I think it was shot very well, and I love the fact that as he's laying there fixing to die, and he's kind of seeing the light, like he's running toward his son and wife. When his sister, Caesar's sister, runs up, and she's crying, and she's talking to him. I really did. I thought it was going to either end with her, crying over him, saying, don't leave us, this and that. And I kind of thought, well, maybe it's going to be where he's going to marry her and have.
Mm-hmm.
But they twisted it and they shot it around where I liked it because she looked at him and she said, go home.
Yeah, run to them.
Run to
them. And then after he passes, she's like, you're home.
Now you're home. Yeah. I like that because
it's a complete opposite of the way movies go these days.
Yeah, because normally it's don't leave me, I love you. She kisses him and then miraculously he lives.
Yeah.
I like the fact that she knew this is what he wanted. He set out to get revenge. And then like you said, she said run to them?
Yeah. I think it was run to them. Or go to them or something like that.
Yeah. But when she said that, I was like, I like that.
Well, see, and it's crazy because now that you've watched the movie, you can go back and watch it again, and there's certain things after he's taken by the slave traders. There's certain scenes where he just he foretells his own death.
Yeah.
So the scene where he's talking with Juba, and I don't know if they're on top of a building or what it is, but he's talking about Juba's talking about his wife and his kids are out there. He's like, do I think I'll see them again? I think no.
Yeah.
And Maximus talks about my wife and my child are already waiting for me.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, and then Juba's telling him, he's like, I believe you'll see them, but not yet. He's like, you're on a mission. And Maximus is it. Not yet.
No, I caught that too.
Yeah.
When he said that, I was like, okay. At that point, I
had an idea what
I was like, okay, he's going to end up dying. But then when him and what's the woman's name?
Lucilia.
When they kissed,
mm-hmm.
That's when I was like, okay, he's going to save her and the boy, and he'll get with them.
Yeah.
But then once Caesar stabbed him, that's why I was like, where did he stab him? I thought he hugged him and stabbed him in the back.
No, yeah. It was like, I always wondered if it was like supposed to be like a long shot, Like he stabbed him like in the lung or something like that.
I guess because I mean he was.
Yeah, he had his. I think it was his left arm held by his side.
And that was dirty because he was like, guard, put the shield over him to cover the wound. And I was like, oh,
No,
you jerk!
punk.
Put the armor over him.
Mm-hmm.
But that was another thing. I did not expect him to fight. I thought it was going to be one big battle. He was going to win, and then he was going to, in front of everybody, kill Joaquin Phoenix, like, you know, him being on stage. And when he grabbed that spear, I told you, I said, he fixed chunking out of me.
Yeah, I think he wanted to.
Yeah.
I really do.
Well, I thought, I mean, he was just,
Mm-hmm.
but, so let's go ahead and do our ratings so then we can talk a little bit more. But, so you want to go first?
No, you go ahead. It's your first time. Your first time.
Okay. Overall,
just know I'm ready.
Overall, I really, really dug the film. It is a film that I will definitely watch again. Man, I'm kind of like you. As far as Russell Crowe's films, I really dug this one. This one really showed how his actions can change. Like, all I've ever known him, I knew that he was in Gladiator. I knew he was a warrior and stuff like that. I've seen him, you know, the stills. I've seen the trailer and stuff. Mm-hmm. But then I've watched movies like Unhinged. You don't never really get to see him be emotional.
Yeah.
Like Unhinged, he was pissed off at the world.
Yeah.
This, he went from, like you said, hero who loved Caesar. You can see his emotions when Caesar died. And I like the fact that he knew that his son killed him.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he knew instantly. But in this movie, I feel like Russell Crowe really showed how great of an actor he can be. So that game, this film made me have a lot more respect for Russell Crowe.
It makes me want you to watch. I think the title is Master and Commander. Mm-hmm. It's where he plays a naval captain. We need to watch that one too.
But yeah, like I would definitely watch this again. It's not one I'm going to watch like 2 or 3 times a year or nothing, but like, you know, give it a few months, I may be like, all right, now I want to sit back now that I know what's going on and stuff like that. I watched the extended version, and yes, it does. You can tell it's a 2.5 hour movie, but if you haven't seen the movie, I'm telling you, it keeps your focus. Like, I mean, I legit did not get on my phone except one time just to see who one of the actors was.
Yeah.
And, you know, if my little alarm went off on my phone, you know, normally I'll pick it up. Yeah. No, mm-hmm. I mean, it was I was gung-ho with this one. I think some of the shots were beautiful in this film.
Yeah, they were.
The way they really showed the Colosseum on how huge it was in the movie.
Yeah, not that big in real life.
Yeah, he broke that bubble for me. I said, well, I don't want to see it.
I still want to go.
No.
Like, I know you can't go into the Colosseum and stand.
You can't?
Like, you can't go inside where they would fight.
Really?
I don't think so.
That would be cool, though.
Yeah, I think the only thing you can do now is just go around it. I still want to go. Italy's on my destination of places I want to go.
I would like to see that.
I love it.
But I'll be like, this is where Russell Crowe was at.
Not even close. That was in Hollywood.
Are you sure?
It might have been. I don't know.
But overall, man, I really recommend the film if you haven't ever seen it. As far as giving it a grade, I'm going to easily give this film... I will say an A. It was almost dang near perfect.
That makes me happy.
Yeah, like if it wasn't for some of the well, there's the guy in blue jeans, you know, stuff like that. So you can't say it's a perfect film when you found mistakes in it. But yeah, I'm gonna give this movie an A, man. Like I really dug it. And I'm glad that I bought it, which was funny because, you know, like I said, I've been told so many times, you haven't watched that movie? I'm like, no. Then the night I bought it, Randy was like, I see you bought Gladiator. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, you bought the extended version. I was like, do what? But yeah, no, definitely, man. It's bad to the bone. I really like it, and I didn't expect when I seen that it was shot in 2000 or come out in 2000. I didn't expect the effects to look as good as it did.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like, it was pretty violent,
and that's another thing. Like some of the bloodier scenes, I don't think were in the original. I think that was part of the extended cut.
Well, it was cool.
Yeah, of course you would like the blood, weirdo. But yeah, obviously for me it's an A.
Right off the bat,
hands down, hands down. When I say this is one of my top, if not one of my top favorite action movies, it is. I mean, it's just I do like Troy, but I think I could sit down and watch this one before I could watch Troy.
I've never seen Troy.
This is one of those ones for me that I could sit down and be like, "Hey, you've never seen it? Let's sit down and watch it." Maybe not the extended cut every time, but if somebody would just want to watch the original, I'd be like, "Heck yeah, let's sit down and watch it." I love the actors and I love the acting in it. I like that time frame. So seeing people act in the way that I believe they would have spoke and acted and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And seeing the difference between the Senate and the slaves and seeing the social class structure throughout the whole movie, you know, you just believe that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like literally the Battle of Carthage scene. These slaves were literally there just to go into the arena and die.
Yeah.
That's what they were there for. The Battle of Carthage, the games that they were doing, that battle was supposed to be a reenactment of the actual war that happened. So those guys were literally sent in there to die. And Maximus, being the general he is, rallied the troops, got them up and won when they were supposed to die. So much. There's so many different lines in this movie that I still just quote off the top of my head. Obviously, the Maximus Decimus Meridius, commanders of the armies of the North, general of the fearless legions, you know. At the very beginning of it, my favorite line in the whole movie probably, what we do in life echoes in eternity.
Yeah.
I love that line.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it. Russell Crowe's acting is top tier for me in this one. I love it. Absolutely love it. And I can't think of anybody's acting in the movie that I didn't like.
Right.
Even down to some of the senators, you know, you would think, okay, they're not the main focal point. They're not the focal point, but they're the secondary point of the whole movie because the whole movie centers around Marcus Aurelius wanting to give Rome back to the people through the Senate.
Yeah.
And so now his son kills him, takes control of Caesar, and becomes the emperor instead of giving back like he wanted to. So now the whole movie is geared towards getting Rome back to the people.
Yeah.
So while the Senate's not the main focal point, they're the secondary point because it's all with giving them control, giving the people control through the Senate. So that's when like Gaius and what's the other guy's name? Falco, I think. Given the Senate control through those guys was secondary pretty much in the whole movie. Yeah. A all the way. I absolutely love this movie.
Well, one guy that I really liked his acting was the guy that owned Russell Crowe and the other gladiators.
Proximo.
Yes. I thought he did a really good job.
Awesome job.
Another thing that the reason I said it was almost perfect to me, but they missed out on, I feel, is timelines. Like, I wanted to know how long Russell Crowe
had passed. And
yeah. Because at one point, the guy that owns them is berating them and talking about, you know, you're going to fight. You're going to do this. And then, like, 2 scenes later, he's talking to Russell Crowe's character and being like, give him a show. And I'm like, okay, when did y'all become cool with each other?
Yeah. When did y'all start talking like friends?
Yeah, that's
I can see that.
And I did tell Randy, the main theme of this, Pirates of the Caribbean had to take this main theme and twist it.
I mean, honestly, behind it in the battle,
yeah. I mean, there was a few times they used the theme, but it sounded just like the little
like
dun, 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 and I was just like,
it did sound like it.
so wait a minute, that's Pirates of the Caribbean.
It's just the sample.
Yeah,
But they both use the same sample. All it was. Theirs goes dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
This
one ours goes
dun 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 dun.
It's that little, it's that little thing.
That little.
It's not the same. But to all the younger kids who have no idea what we're talking about, Vanilla Ice.
Another one. Yeah. No, so stupid.
But man, like I said, I'm glad I sat down and watched it. Yeah, it's definitely one that's going on my checklist of.
Now you can tell your dad you've seen it and you liked it.
Yeah,
and now that he knows, he'll want to sit down and watch it with you.
No, he won't. My dad's one of the guys. He'll watch a movie a couple times and be like, "All right, I'm done. Never want to see it again." So, you got anything else you want to share about the movie at all, or?
No, I don't think so.
Well, that is our review on Gladiator. And
are we gonna do 2? Are we gonna watch 2?
Not like
now, but
I mean,
anytime soon.
We can,
because I haven't seen it.
I haven't either.
I've heard bad things about it.
Well,
but I'm still gonna watch it.
And I'm glad it's never got ruined for me, because some people that have watched it that I know, I'd be like, so did the main guy from the first one? They're like, Russell Crowe. I'm like, yeah. Did he come back in this one? And they'd always just say no. They never would say, dude, he's dead.
Right.
So
yeah, I'm glad.
Yeah. I don't know what we're doing next, but I do know, like, it'll be in the next couple
of weeks.
Yes, we will
be happening.
We will be doing Scream 7. Yes. That is Randy's favorite horror franchise, right?
Yeah. So, franchise wise, yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
And let me think.
With the exception of, like, what is it, the 3?
Yeah.
Bad.
But we've had people commenting wanting us to do the original trilogy of Star Wars. What was the one you were talking about?
My mom wants us to do the Big Chill.
Big Chill. I also had somebody hit me up on TikTok wanting us to do, and he said, I know it's not a movie, but it's a TV series he would really like us to review. So eventually we will get to that, because like I said, this isn't just strictly going to be based on movies.
What is that one?
I have to look and see what it is.
Mystery.
It's based off a game. It's a new series out. I don't want to.
The Witcher?
No, I think it's like Fallen or something. I don't remember. It's some kind of.
Hey, we can do Fallen, the Denzel Washington movie.
Never seen it.
Oh my gosh! We're gonna do all Denzel month once.
But yeah, I guess our next episode will just be a surprise, because we haven't really sat down and.
To you as well as us.
Yeah. So if there's something that you guys and gals would like to hear us do in the next week or two, throw it in the comments on Spotify, throw it in on YouTube. Let us know. Or go to our Facebook page, which is Small Town Cinema. Our YouTube is Small Town Cinema Podcast. Of course, if you're watching it, you already know that.
Hit the button at the bottom.
Hit the subscribe button, please.
The little bell.
Our TikTok,
Tickety Talkie,
Small Town Cinema. And our Instagram is Small Town Cinema. So we ain't hard to find.
You made it very easy.
Yes.
Go from one to the other.
I know.
I'm proud of it.
Yes, sir.
Good job.
So, ow, you hit my tattoo.
You're so sticky.
I get nervous.
I could tell. Sweaty hands.
But, dude, we should do when we start doing trilogies, we
Austin
should do
Powers.
Austin
Powers. Absolutely.
Trilogy.
Yeah, that's happening.
Oh, man. What a way to sign off.
I'm telling you.
But anyway, as that being said, always remember, we review the movies.
You don't have to.
How dare you show your back to me? Blades!
You will remove your helmet and tell me your name.
My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius, commander of the armies of the North, general of the Felix Legions, loyal servant to the true emperor, Marcus Aurelius, father to a murdered son, husband to a murdered wife, and I will have my vengeance in this life or the next.